It's not Thanksgiving until you set the sweet potatoes on the table, and this sweet potato casserole is a recipe you can swear by. It's the dish everyone will be talking about and takes your sweet potatoes from sidekick to star of the show. Christy Denney is sharing her tried and true recipe with us, and you say this is a fan favorite on your website.
This is, so every year at Thanksgiving, this recipe blows up. It has millions of page views. It even broke my site a couple years ago. So it has people that hate sweet potatoes love this dish. Do you like sweet potatoes?
I do, but I know that this dish is fantastic. And part of it, this is the controversial part because you are in the anti-marshmallow camp.
I am. Okay, so vintage recipes, that's a vintage recipe. Some of them have withstood the test of time and some just need to hang up the jersey and retire. And that is one of them, the one with marshmallows. So this version, people that hate sweet potatoes love it. And I have readers say they bring it every year to Thanksgiving and they're famous for it. So my suggestion is, if maybe you feel like you can't cook, just conquer one dish. Yeah. I suggest it be this.
Be known for it.
And then be known for this dish.
Okay, let's start with the sweet potatoes. How are we prepping them?
Okay, so have you had the sweet potatoes at Ruth's Chris?
Yes.
You have, okay.
They are to die for.
They're to die for. So this is what this is modeled after. Okay. We go to Ruth's Chris for special occasions. Yeah. We never order just one. We order maybe 2 or 3 because I'm not sharing because it's that good. So we'll start with our sweet potatoes. So these are what sweet potatoes look like. A lot of stores will maybe call them yams. Mm-hmm.
Same thing?
The same thing. A true yam is actually not found in the United States. So it's very rare to find a true yam. So sweet potatoes are what you're looking for. And you can boil them for about 30 minutes. You can bake them for an hour. You can put them in the microwave for like 15 to 20 minutes.
Peel them first or no?
No.
Okay.
Don't peel them. You're gonna slice them in half and you're gonna scoop them in here. So here's our sweet potatoes. You don't really need to mash them because they're pretty soft if you cook them right.
Oh,
right?
Good to know.
So we're gonna do sweet potatoes. We're gonna add some eggs. We're going to add sugar.
Oh, maybe that's why I like it.
A little butter. We're gonna measure the vanilla with our heart. There we go, that's good. And the salt just kind of brings out all the flavors. So,
yum.
We're gonna mix this together real quick. Oh boy. Might go flying. Okay, so
you've got an apron on, so you're safe.
I know, you stay away. You look so cute. All right, once this is mixed together, we're gonna pour it into our casserole dish that has been greased. So this is a 2-quart casserole dish. Okay, you're gonna do it longer and get it nice and fluffy, but that's good for now.
TV's sake,
that's good for now. So we're gonna pour this into our dish, and then at this point, you're gonna bake it for like 20 minutes before we put the crust on top. And the flavors are so good. I don't know why, but they go together, and I don't know why they're so good.
Well, the butter and sugar have a little something to do with it, probably.
Something to do with it.
We can feel like we're being healthy. So you can freeze this if you want to make it ahead.
Totally freeze it. Okay, so you know how some dishes you freeze and you're like, I can tell you froze that. Mm-hmm. Or some dishes you make ahead and you're like, it doesn't taste fresh. This one, totally good. Frozen up to 3 months. You can make it a day or 2 ahead of time. Okay, now our crust. This is the magic, right? So we have brown sugar, a little more butter.
So mix the butter into the brown sugar.
Yeah, we're just gonna mix it all. Pecans, I know people will ask me, you can leave them out if you have a nut allergy. Flour, you could use gluten-free flour if you have a gluten-free allergy. So we're just gonna mix that all together. To be honest, I usually do this with my hands, clean hands. Should I? No, I won't. I won't. So once this is all mixed together, you're going to, that's good enough, right?
So if we did freeze this, then we just let it thaw in the fridge?
Always in the fridge, because then you don't get like weird condensation and stuff like that.
And then once it's back to its room temperature, then we can top it.
Totally. Well, you know what? I've even done it when I was in a pinch. I've done the whole thing and just froze it that way.
Okay.
Ideally you want it a little bit crunchy, but you don't have to. It just melts in there. It's so good.
Okay, so we put this topping on, and it's pretty thick.
Yeah. Isn't that why it's good? Yeah. I feel like that's why it's good.
It's like a candy topping for our sweet potatoes.
But it's just has a perfect amount of like topping to crust ratio, in my opinion. And you can double it. You can put it in a 9 by 13, whatever you want.
Okay, and how are we baking it?
So we're gonna bake this for about, you're gonna bake the bottom layer for 25 minutes, and then and that kind of helps it not sink in there, and then put the top layer on for about 10 to 15 minutes till it's nice and crunchy.
Okay, so we bake it first without the topping, then we put the topping on.
I mean, for today we didn't, but yes, that's how you normally do it. It's so good. I mean, everyone that has it is like, what is in here? I need the recipe. So
that is so great. Now I'm sure you have more recipes. I mean, we don't want to break your website again, but
no, let's do it. Let's do it.
How can people find you?
So I am at The Girl Who Ate Everything on all platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all the platforms. So
The Girl Who Ate Everything.
Yes.
Fantastic.